Good evening, everyone. Welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast. It's a very late Monday night. I hope everyone enjoyed their weekend. But before we continue on, don't forget to subscribe on Apple, YouTube, and Spotify. And don't forget to follow on TikTok, X, and Instagram as well. Social medias are on, the links to them are on my website or on the YouTube channel. RD Corner Kicks pod is for Twitter, and then Red Devils Corner Kick podcast on Instagram and TikTok. So, what has changed since Manchester United last played and since I did my last episode? The answer is nothing. Not trying to sound down, but nothing has changed since they played Saturday. Listen, at the end of the day, we're happy with the win. But what really, I shouldn't say nothing has changed. I should eat what I just said, but literally what has changed, we're having talks of Garnacho going to Chelsea. That was in the air about a month ago. Now there's chances of him just holding out, like Marcus Rashford, getting the target that he wants and potentially going to Chelsea. We don't know. There's talks of Sancho potentially going other places. That's nothing new. I mentioned on Saturday, obviously, with João Felix going to Al Nassr. There are now talks of them going after Anthony. The question is, are they willing to pay the £50 or the £50 asking valuation of him for Anthony? We don't know. I saw a rumor today. Let me just check here. Rumor of Mason Greenwood return to United. There's a rumor of that. And that's the one thing. I just saw it on X and I was like, great, what are they trying to sort here? So yeah, I'm not saying anything here. I'm not seeing anything new of Manchester United apparently activating a clause to have him return back to Manchester United. So be wary of suspicious material on Twitter, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, we're still there. We're still, there's eyes of Sesko. Listen, I've said it before and I've said it again. I want signings. I don't want to keep lingering. Well, we're here, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking to another player. We're linked to another player. Here we go. Oh, this player likes what the idea of Manchester is. Right now, I want to hear, and I know Fabrizio Romano, Ornstein, everyone's talking about it, but there's nothing really to say, hey, Manchester United signed something. We're not there. One thing too, I'm going to talk about. We are at Bournemouth on Wednesday, or we are playing against Bournemouth on Wednesday. But let's look at what's really going on in the world right now. We are being linked to Jackson again. We're linked to Sesko. There's lots of talks going on with Sesko. There is a rumor of a gentleman's agreement, or there's talks of a $60 million clause of him being purchased. That doesn't sound like that's just more myth than rumor, especially when I've seen some fan channels talking about the buy or the charge for him. Manchester United may have put in a bid. I've heard that rumor as well. I'm happy that we have our two top picks signed. That's great that we have Cunha and Mbeumo. Mbeumo will not be playing on Wednesday. One person I'm hoping that does play Wednesday is Joshua Zirkzee. But going back to the transfer window, right now nothing is standing out and saying, hey, this is what's going on. So, yeah, I'm just looking at an article here that just came out with the Mirror about 2 hours ago. Title is Manchester United transfer news. Benjamin Sesko makes decision as target speaks out on move. Ooh, all right then. Manchester United have a lot of work to do. Transfer window, yada yada yada. Yes, let's keep reminding everyone how wonderful our season was last year. So yes, Sesko came out and said he does prefer United. United know how difficult it can be to sign a striker, having missed out on on the last 3 occasions already this summer. Obviously, Delap, Oshiman, and as well as Gyökeres. And Ekitike has gone to. So we've missed out on a lot of people. So yeah, Ekitike went to Liverpool. Isak could be going to Liverpool. There was never talks of United going after Isak because of the cost. Callum Wilson is still available on a free, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to save money. We need to save money. But yes, he's talked about preferring United. This is again another race with Newcastle. Obviously, we've beaten out Newcastle for Cunha, and as well as Mbeumo has also was in there as well. Tottenham too at one point. Yes, so agents still talking with both. It could come down to the choice of Slovenian, but in that case, Sesko would undoubtedly pick Ruben Amorim inside, despite the fact that they can't offer any European football, and Newcastle is in Champions League. The thing is, though, Cunha and Mbeumo chose United even without Champions League, which it's huge. It does help. Again, we're still being linked to the goalkeeper, Royal Antwerp's goalkeeper, Sine Lamans. My apologies for butchering that. Obviously, we're looking at a new goalkeeper, but we're still in talks with other players as well, other goalkeepers too. So again, like I said, has anything changed since we last chatted on Saturday? No, to say the least. Nothing has realistically changed in terms of Manchester United. Actually, hold on here. My apologies for the ding, the chimes in the background. So this is in just one of my my apps here. Just that always gives me updated news. Manchester United named PSG forward as latest target in lengthy striker search. Obviously, mentioning Xerxes and Højlund, but and I think I mentioned this on Saturday too, or on Friday episode. Muani was mentioned. So United have reportedly set their sights on Paris Saint-Germain forward Randall Kolo Muani in their striker search. So they're looking at him. Obviously, mentioning those that we've missed out on. Got another Chelsea player in Kuku. But yes, they're looking at the PSG striker. Second half last season was on loan. Is reportedly not in Luis Enrique's plan, so we'll be taking another PSG player. Despite his disappointing production for PSG, 26-year-old bagged 10 goals in 22 appearances during his loan stint in Juventus. Muani also featured for the Italian side this summer, FIFA Club World Cup. He recorded 2 goals and 1 assist, and Juventus' run to the round of 16. He does not want to stay, though right now Manchester United either through a loan or a permanent transfer that would cost the English outfit 50 million euros. Sesko is apparently going to be, I think it was 69 million pounds I saw today, a rumor or eligible, 69 million pounds. So 75, closer to 80 million potentially. My apologies for my poor conversion, but that probably seems about right-ish. If only I had technology that could fix everything. So let's go here. Pounds to euros. So what was it? 69, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, close to 80. Close to 80 million euros. Wani cost 50. We can save that 30 million and get a goalie. Just saying. Yeah. 43.4 million pounds, 50 million euros. Yeah. So, yeah, it's up to you who you want. And as much as I love hearing, oh, this player wants to come here, this player wants to come here, sign or just, yeah, like I'm loving the news. I'm loving hearing that we're getting targets, that we're going to have potential players here. But yeah, I just want a signing. Also, I would like Xerxes and Hoyland to get better opportunity. I do. And you know what? Yeah, they struggled. Listen, it's... Yeah, they struggled last year. That's not a secret, ladies and gentlemen. We know. We know what their combined goals were. We know we lacked an attack. But ladies and gentlemen, we were lacking an attack not because of our striker, because our whole squad sucked. So can we look at that for a second here? Our whole squad sucked. We and I think I mentioned it in the last two episodes, of players' visions, immaturity of not getting things done. Did you not see what we were capable of in that West Ham game? What Hoyland was doing, we saw good things. The question is, and I know Ruben wants a striker, wants one with Premier experience. The board wants a new striker because they're not convinced. But we need to get we need funds. We need those lovely players that we were talking about earlier on need to go. This is another article that came. What's this one? This is today. So Manchester United can complete 4 transfer deals this week, including a 15 million Premier hijack. Ooh, let's look at this one. This one's intriguing. This is an interesting article here. This is according to the Express. Manchester United are showing no signs of slowing down the transfer. Yes, Mbeumo. Yes, Mateus Cunha and Diego Leon. Yada, yada, yada. Still plenty of work to do. Yes, we're well aware of that. United have hijacked Brentford's pursuit of Metz starlet Idris Gueye, according to The Sun, just weeks after pinching Mbeumo from Premier League rivals. Keith Andrews' side thought that Keith Andrews' side thought they only had Southampton for competition, but the Red Devils have now entered the race. Okay. That's good to see. Mets placed a $15 million valuation on their 18-year-old forward, with Brentford forced to accelerate their plans following United's arrival along with Burnley and Dortmund. Long-term prospect, so he will be with he will be with the academy and growing up with that youth. So we'll see. Yes, and still talks of Anthony in the article, and there's talks of Luke Shaw, according to the Sun, going to the Saudi Pro League as well. But yes, having that striker, does that impact Sesko potentially, depending on the cost? But I think the plan is to go after Sesko, and get that player in, or get a forward in. So Moani and Sesko, Nicholas Jackson still being tossed around. I don't want him. Fans don't want him. Nobody wants to pay the transfer price. So it's a matter of what the hell are they going to do. So we'll see. I'm just checking one more thing. This is according to the Standard. Moani, again, it's just the same thing I talked about, Moani. So Moani and Sesko are the two targets. I want to check Sesko asking price. Let's see here. What's going on? Yeah, I just read that article here saying Gunners have held talks with Sporting over a move for the Swede international for 55 million. That's a while. That was back in June. I don't know why, but I'm always set on Bing for my browser. Nothing against it, but yes, this is what I want here. Yes, concrete evidence, yada yada yada. I want to know. Yeah. No. Well, Ollie Watkins, yes, and I forgot to mention Ollie Watkins as well. Ollie Watkins is in there too, but okay, this is according to the Sports Mole. Just to confirm, I know, and I just realized I just talked about that asking price, but I want to confirm that asking price. Because I saw it on social media, and again, I also saw that Mason Greenwood was coming back. So let's just see here. Yes, so it's confirmed through the Sports Mole. Leipzig reportedly set a £60 million asking price for striker, amid interest from Manchester United and Newcastle United. Now, one thing I should have mentioned is when I mentioned Newcastle is Isaac could be going to Liverpool. There is talks that they may match the over 100 million asking price for him. I think the latest one I saw was 95. I think that was the latest bid that I saw. The only thing that may hold it up is because Sesko has come out and said, I want Manchester United. I like Manchester United. I should retract that. I want Manchester United. That he does like it, that he's impressed with it. Like I said, enough about being impressed. I would like to hear the words, we signed a player and everything is fine. Yes, no, like, is that wrong to think that? Let's, like, it's, yeah. I don't know. It's just a matter of, hey, what's going to happen here? So, yeah. All right. I keep sounding like a broken, depressed record with this, but you know what? We have a game on Wednesday. Let's talk about that. Okay. We are in the second game of the tour. third game of the preseason, second one of the tour. We have Bournemouth on the weekend, or not on the weekend. We have Everton on the weekend and Atlanta, Bournemouth on Wednesday. What am I expecting for this game? Well, the same thing. Like I said, for this preseason, I'm not going a full 180%. I want to see the same thing that we saw Saturday with that proper starting 11. Same thing. An attack, movement. Like, I know Mbuemo won't be there because he's just getting his conditioning, so he should be there Saturday. I would like to see Joshua. Hopefully Xerxes is back. I hope. I would like to see what's going to happen with Kobe Mainu, what's going to happen with Bruno, how are things there, and to all the fans that are probably freaking out about Ruben Amorim's comments about Kobe, take him as a positive. He wants to see an improvement. So if any fans are upset with Ruben saying the things about Mainu, I don't think anyone should be overreacting. I think what he's doing is definitely saying what he wants, and some of the things that he said in the media about suffering, I think we can all be in agreement with what's going to happen, how long it's going to take. So, but going back to everything, yes, Kobe Mainu, what he would like, what's going to happen with him. Are we going to start with that same group? We saw how well it was. We saw how well Rasmus played when he started. We saw with Cunha. We saw him and Bruno together. Ahmad was still quiet, so maybe what we have is Ahmad starting at the 10 to see what he can do with Mbuemo, or not with Mbuemo, with Cunha, and then you have Bruno in the middle, maybe Ugarte with Bruno. We'll see. Kobe and Ugarte worked well together, so maybe we have Bruno there. One thing I would like to see is what Diego Leon and Dorgu can do together on the field. That would be a nice little attack there. Again, if Xerxes is healthy, let's see here. Let's see what happens here. Yeah. Are we going to see Xerxes? Okay. This is according to the London Evening Standard. I love how when there's like, confirmed team. So it looks like Xerxes could potentially be in. I don't see him starting. So Maz and Xerxes are back in contention after missing a 2-1 win over over West Ham, with a knock and recovering from a small issue. Maz had a knock and Xerxes had a little issue. What I want is, my apologies for the chimes at midnight. But that's the one thing I mentioned earlier is I want to see what can happen with Xerxes, and can we get that this tomorrow or Wednesday? Yeah, because it's Monday. We're playing late Wednesday. This, it's fine for me. It's North American time. I love it. But with I just lost my train of thought. But having Xerxes back, it's a good thing because we can see what he could potentially do, and I think we'll see him in the second half. Probably more towards Everton this weekend if he's fine. If he comes out without a knock or anything. But we have to get these players familiar with, again, the system, but at the same time too, so we have to get him to see how he can do well. So listen, health is important. Having these players come back is important, but seeing it this weekend, seeing it Wednesday is a great thing. So I like to see where he's at. He's going to be probably in the second half, probably in the final minute. I wouldn't say the final minutes, but probably 30 minutes he'll play. I don't see him starting because, again, he's coming back for conditioning. So if I were to do my lineup, This is what I want the lineup to be. I'm sure no one's going to like it. Højlund, Cunha. I want Ahmad starting at the 10. No. Højlund, Cunha, Bruno again. Ahmad on the... I'm talking myself out of it. I'm going to say this. This is what I want. I'm going to say what I want, and this is what's going to happen. What I think is going to happen. I'm not a mind reader. What I want is Højlund, Cunha, Ahmad as the attack, just to see how it goes. Leon, Dorgu on the wings. Bruno, Ugarte in the middle. Back three. I'd like to see Maz start. Euro, Delit, obviously by Ender. We'll have him start. That's what I kind of want. What will happen is this. It will be very similar to West Ham. Højlund, Cunha, Bruno to start. Ahmad, Dorgu, wingbacks. Kobe, Ugarte in the middle. I think I'll sub out Heaven for Maz because Maz will be back. So Maz, Euro, Delit as your back three. And then by Ender as well. So, yeah, I have what I want to see. I have what's actually going to be there. Why am I so good on Diego Leon? I just want to see what he can do with the players there. Just like, because again, like Dorgu on the right, he can play right side. Leon on the left, just to see how that can move. I want to see the ball movement, and I want to see what they can do together with the way they move the ball and the way they do their crosses. And also with like having Maz, Euro, who both can carry up the ball. But the thing is, I need to see Bruno in that middle pivot, transitioning from the back through him to there, and I don't want to see gaping holes and a lost middle. And I want discipline. But that's what I'm looking forward to see if that could potentially be. And I want to see what Ahmad can do at the 10 with Cunha, and that's what I think that's what we're all looking for. So, but yes, that's what I'm looking at here. So again, the players that I want to look out for is Cunha. Everyone's gonna love watching Cunha, but I want to see I want to see Leon and Dorgu together on the same field, starting together. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see that. Nothing against Delo, nothing against Ahmad at the right wing back. I want to see Leon and Dorgu together. But in the end, the players I'm going to look at to watch, and I mentioned this on Twitter, looking at Leon, Dorgu, Cheeto, and Kobe. You have Aiden Heaven. But like I want to look at those guys, the youth, again there, Kone, who I forgot, Collier as well. There's a rumor that Collier could be getting sold. I hope not. But Xerxes and Højlund again are two other players to watch too this season because we have to see how it goes. The media are going after him. I know the fan base, but let's just see what they can do. Like again. Like I know the striker's there. I've mentioned about wanting a striker, but I never wanted to give up those two players because I want them to see there. But like I've mentioned in other episodes, if we never did get a striker, having Mbuemo, having Cunha there, the one thing is possible, and also looking at Dorgu and Leon as well, the way they pass in as well. Same with Ahmad. What I'm looking at is this. Those players are going to say to Højlund, we want you to be here. Tell him to go here. Xerxes, when you're moving the ball and hold up and transition, here, here, and here. You have those players there that will communicate on the attack, and you have those players that will feed. You're not going to have, no offense to Garnacho, a player who's going to take the ball, dribble, and just kick it, not realize there's a player open there, and there. Dorgu, from a big change from last year, not from last year, last couple of months, when he's been carrying up the ball and everything, he's made the crosses. He's looking at the reads. He can still improve on the reads, but he's making those extra steps from what we saw. So, there's right things going with this club and the way with this squad. So I'm just looking to be patient in the end. Just be patient and hopefully we get something right. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it the episode there. So again, Bournemouth Wednesday. Again, win, draw, lose, whatever. I just want to see. I want to see a carryover from Saturday. I want to see improvement. I want to see ball movement. Those players that I mentioned, and that's what I mentioned with my lineups. The one that I want, and obviously versus the one that could potentially happen. So, no Bueno, but having Xerxes back, having Maz back does help too. So we will see how everything works on Wednesday. Again, I'm not going to go full 180%. Like I mentioned, commitment to to a preseason game. That's what it is. I will be back Wednesday. I will try to do what I did on Saturday, a recap of the game Wednesday. And that episode will just be dedicated to the post game of the game against Bournemouth. I hope you enjoy the game. I hope you guys enjoy your week as well. We have 2 more preseason games after Bournemouth. But yes, enjoy the rest of your week. I hope everyone's enjoying their summer as well. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.